Movies, if you want to boil them down to their essential element, movies are basically a series of photographs in a very specific order, placed with specific intent. Very much the same way the right words are placed in the right order in order to form a sentence. How do you make a silent film with just a sentence? Basically, it comes down to asking and answering a series of questions in order to find the context. If you know the context of a scene, or in our case, a sentence, you will know where to put the camera. Okay, this is some early concept art from our film Dare Cycle. We have Isabella on the left, Alex is in the middle, and Lucas is on the right-hand side. All three are high school freshmen. And all three were actually designed by our students, but we had a professional artist, Aaron Minier, who came in and actually polished it up for us. Lucas lives with his mom, but he also lives with his grandparents. Lucas is also a survivalist. So the question we have to ask is, where does a high school freshman get these survivalist instincts? Someone who's so young, but also someone who's also so prepared for life and certain situations. Where does all of that come from? And we as a class decided that the survivalist instincts really came from his grandparents, which made the most sense. They're 70s plus, they're African American, they're black. So they're going to have a certain point of view, a certain perspective that they're going to impart on a young man as he was coming up. They're going to be able to direct him to watch yourself, watch your back, et cetera, based on their vast experiences. So with that knowledge of how Lucas's grandparents molded him to become the person that he is today, where do you put your camera to show that relationship? And there's a million ways you can do that, or maybe closer to 5, but one way in particular, the easiest way to do it is actually to make sure that Lucas and his grandparents are in the same frame, especially when they're in the house together. That relationship is so important to that young man, they're almost attached at the hip. If I'm Lucas and the grandparents are walking behind me, the easiest way to show that is to make sure the camera moves. Wherever they go, you show that relationship. If you understand the context, if you understand the relationship and you just want to show that relationship the easiest way possible, make sure they're always in the same frame. My name is William Bryant Rozier, and I teach middle school kids filmmaking using English principles as a through line in order to make our very own animated film.